Good morning, it's Pam here from Canterbury Craft NZ. Today is the 6th of April, and I know it's not a day that we should be doing ABC April, but I am going to do D today, which is I'm going to do decoupage. I just changed my mind because I didn't realise that we had Sundays off. I'd forgotten about that. So we're going to do decoupage, and here I have a lot of things that I can decoupage. This is something I've done before. It's just going to fold over for a page, and I've just used a serviette butterfly and decoupage that onto some plain paper, some pretty paper. So don't need that, but so I've got some things that I've had in my stash, like I've got a box full of bits and pieces that I have, and I've got some, like I've got another one of those fold away things here that I can use. I'm out of screen, aren't I? How's that? Let's see. Sorry, going for a wee ride here. Right, there we go. And I've got some tags. I've got some tags that are from a masterboard. And I've done about a few bits and pieces. I've got some cardboard packaging, and then I've got some doilies, some other little, there's a book page that I've made into a bigger tag, or journaling spot, music paper. So there's lots of things you can do with decoupage. It's not just about putting a napkin on something and leaving it, but tissue paper is really good if you have it. Sewing pattern paper is wonderful, and then you can decorate on top of that as well. And doilies are good. Anything sort of thinnish. I've got rice paper as well, actually, that I could get out and show you with that. In fact, I'll get that now if I can. Get some here. Yeah, so this is what have we got here? Got some pretty papers here. We could use that on a tag or something here. This is from my really small art. I've had this in my stash for quite a while, but we could just use one butterfly or one mushroom or something. Actually, one of those butterflies would be cool to show you what to do. And yeah, so there's all sorts of things that you can do with tissue and rice paper. Tissue can be a bit fiddly, but there's also like these things. These are from Stamperia, which I've just hoarded in my stash because I just love them. There's another one, roses. I mean, I like all the vintage style, obviously. So there's lots of options, and it's just about having fun and playing. So I have to fold those in half again. Having some fun and playing, and well, that's what craft's all about, isn't it? It's good for my mental health. I know that it might be good for some other people's mental health, but I find it's my way of being free in the world, and it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'll just show you what I've got. I've got some tissue here, obviously, and the doilies. Then I've got some serviettes, and what we do with the serviettes is we remove one layer. Now I thought I had that already started here. Yeah, I did. So just remove one layer of the serviette. I keep these because I spray oxide sprays and things on them, and I sew them all zigzaggedy over them, and you can actually take bits out and add things on. I do have a journal with it in, but it's not here at the moment. It's been in an art gallery. So yeah, so that's a good way to you know, to use the other bits and pieces. So these are all my serviettes that I've got, and I've taken off the back of most of them. It's a pretty one. I used that years ago in a decoupage on oh, I don't know, what is it, a pencil holder and stuff that I gave, a letter holder and all that sort of thing I gave my ex-in-laws. Anyway, so there's lots of different things that you can do. You can fussy cut around, and that's gorgeous just on there like that. So or you can just make it plain, and so I've got a variety here, mostly florals, and then there's a good background papers. I got that in some Happy Mail recently. It's really cool, isn't it? American dollars. I love that. Anyway, yeah, so I'll just put all this to one side, and we'll start off with one piece and see how we go. So for decoupage, you can use anything. I can often use jack paper, which is double-sided sticky paper. I like matte medium, and Mod Podge is good, but you can equally use a glue stick. And sometimes a water brush is a good idea to have, which I haven't got out today, just if you want to go around the edges and get a nice jaggedy edge. But I will cut this one today, and if I can find my scissors, and we'll go from there. So yes, I am behind with my filming. I don't know what happened yesterday. Oh, I do know what happened. It was my head that happened yesterday. Because I'm still learning. Learning YouTube. I missed a step in what I was doing, and I thought, I just couldn't get to grips with it. My son's just about had enough of me at the moment. I keep ringing, I can't do this, I can't do this. He said, I'm telling you one more time, and that's it. You're on your own. So, yeah, that was funny. Gotta laugh, don't you? Anyway, it was a hot day yesterday, and it's coolish this morning. There's a bit of cloud, but it looks like it's going to burn off today, and we'll end up with a nice day. So our clocks went back last night, and I thought, gosh, I woke up early for me. was on time, on my usual time, but I forgot the clocks had gone back. So I don't think I've even changed my kitchen clock from when we started daylight saving last year. So the days are going to draw out a bit more now, and yeah, that's a bit sad. But at least winter time's good crafting time, and I have a few friends that I craft with, so that's nice. And yeah. Oopsie, don't throw that out. Yeah. It's quite fiddly, this, but you don't have to do it all this way. This is just what I want to do for my first thing, because I just know it'll look good on it. But I used to do decoupage lessons in Auckland. There was a lady who did lots of decoupage, and she used to hold classes in her home. She had a huge workspace downstairs in her home, which was lovely. Oh gosh, she used to make some fabulous things. She did tables and all sorts of things. They were really gorgeous. But yeah, I made quite a few things, but I gave them all away. What I made, this is typical of me, I always give them away. And I think, oh, I remember making that, and I never take photos of them. So Instagram's quite good for that, because you can actually look back on what you've made if you bother to take a photo. This one's glorious butterfly, isn't it? Love it. I've been hoarding these. I've had them for about 5 years, and easily 5 years. And I love Marini's channel and what she does. Actually, I haven't watched her for a while. That's interesting. I think she had a wee break at some stage, but anyway, you don't need to be this fussy with it, with your cutting out, because it generally blends into what you're making anyway. Nice. Are we seeing everything okay? Just have a check of the camera. Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's good. Goody good. Alright, so I'm going to do what I did on the other piece that I did over there. I'm just going to use half of the butterfly. I mean, you could use the whole thing, which is lovely. And put that up the right way would be even better, wouldn't it? That's lovely like that too, isn't it? Then you're going to lose both the wings. I wonder if I can just use that, but yeah, I think I'll just use a wee bit of it. Just chop a wee bit off the wing. Oh, oh, can't get my medium open. Oh, it's a bit clogged up, isn't it? Anyway, I just had a rag on my desk and get my glue brush, which I keep in water so it doesn't dry out. I keep ruining brushes. So what I do is I just stick a bit on here. Oops, get rid of that fluff. And I will go over the whole tag. I've missed a corner there that I've corner rounded. This music paper is beautiful. Such a lovely colour and all the little dots of age on it. Right, I'll chuck that on. I think I'll do it on an angle. Just got to be a wee bit gentle with tissue and you've got to be a wee bit gentle because otherwise it won't like you very much and rip. And then I just go over the top again too, just to make sure. Stick down. Right, so I'll just leave that to dry for a wee bit and then we'll come back to it. There's a couple of wee creases in there, but that's just always the way it is. That doesn't bother me. I mean, you can be pedantic about it. If it was on a piece of, you know, furniture or something, I might be a bit more fussy, but that's good. Happy with that. So that'll go to one side and then we'll trim it off later. Right, what have we got for the next one? So now I'll do a book page as well, and I don't know who this is. Anna Green Gables. Yeah. So I will find something that's a wee bit small. I love the bees. The bees would look really cool, wouldn't they? Yeah, so I think I'll do it sort of like that with the bees. I might just chop this. I'll chop it off there because then I can keep that bee for another project. That's it. Just about ended up with the brush in my coffee. I might have a sip of that actually before it goes cold. So I hope you're all having a nice Sunday morning. I'm playing catch up with my filming. So that suits me. I've got a hair there. Oops. Should really have something underneath this. Oh gosh, my hair's getting everywhere. And off. Excuse me. Ah, sticky fingers. Hang on, let's try this way. way actually. Oh, there's another here. Goodness me. Molten. So if you get a wee bump like that, I mean tissue does stretch, so you just gotta pash it down. So it's pashing rather than pulling is the secret. Oopsie. It's not quite covering, is it? You know what? I'm not going to bother about it. It's my ear bow under there. So I'm going to try and get rid of all those. Right, we'll leave that to dry. Very simple, but how effective is that? You know, it's just a beautiful book page covered in some serviette, and you can have a lovely card afterwards, so that's cool. Alright, what else have we got? Oh, we'll go for one of these next actually. So this is a lovely part of a master board that I had in my stash. And what will I put on that one? Quite liking these birds actually. Now if I was going to do this for myself, like I'd use the whole serviette obviously. Well, not, you know, I wouldn't waste much, but well, I still don't have to waste much really, because I could get another wee tag in there. What have we got here? Got that one there as well. So we'll try doing two, eh? It's tempting fate. Oops. Heavy-handed with the glue there, you don't want to be too heavy-handed. I like matte medium best. I find that Mod Podge leaves it a bit shiny, and I think once you've gone to matte medium, although Mod Podge still has a little bit of its, you know, it's still handy to have. Not worried about that, I can cut that off in a minute. Right. So always go over the top, get rid of those air bubbles as best you can. So going from the centre out. Oh, and there's a rookie mistake. How about that? I didn't take the back layer off, so let's start again. Hey? It's taken some of that off, but that doesn't matter. There you go. You're going to get the bloopers as well. Let's try again. I thought I'd taken the layer off there, but obviously hadn't. Right, where's my birdie? fingers, which doesn't help. This one might turn out to be a disaster. Well, you never know, do you? Oh, gosh. Oopsie. Yeah, it's stretched quite a bit, but that's all right. A few creases never hurt me. There we go. Just like I bought one. Yay. That's quite pretty, isn't it? So what I'll do is I'll just snip that other bit off. I'm a palsy for that one. Have I got enough to cover that? Just going to get a wet wipe actually. I need. Oopsie, having a crafty lunch. My desk is so full at the moment, it's ridiculous. Anyway, such is life. There we go. Right, sorry. So it was a bit of a sticky mess. Probably shouldn't be doing this straight on my desk either, but I am. There we go. Right, get some glue on here. Matte medium. Easy peasy. Yeah, I think less glue is better. There you go. So if you see that, you can see through the background. It looks quite cool, doesn't it? The writing underneath it. It's a really nice tag. You can use these tags in your journals or for I use them quite often to give gifts, you know, when I'm giving gifts. They on the back on my parcels, so the coffee's going cold. Ugh. Right, next bit, what are we going to use? I'll use a bit of this one. There's still some pattern on here. I don't know whether you can see it very well, but if you're making, like if you spray that and make other things, that pattern will show through, which is really cool. So, okay. Sorry about the wee bump. I might just have to forfeit that bit. So I hope everybody's having a nice weekend. I've been lazy. I haven't been feeling very well the last week, and I just, oh, that's too short. What am I going to do? What will I put it on? I'll put it on here. Mind you, that's straight on there. I'm going to give it a go on here. This is just a roast chicken gravy packet. There you go. Just chopped up into a tag-like shape. Usually round the corners and everything when I've finished and ink them and do whatever. the serviettes do stretch a little bit, so you do have to be a wee bit careful. I'm mainly concerned about getting the air bubbles out because you don't want them. Creases don't bother me because they could be grunged up. That's easy. That was quite effective actually. It's a wee bit off centre, but I'll fix that up when I come to chopping it up further. That's a lovely one. Right, I'll put that one over there to dry. Running out of spaces. Right, the next one. It's a shame it's. Is that going to show through there? No, it's not really, is it? This one's on a dictionary page. Just slightly too. You've got some music. Which part do I want the most? I think that part. Right, I want the Eiffel Tower in it. So I'll be coming, I'm just thinking about France actually, I'll be coming into spring there, it'll be beautiful. And in Holland and all the flowers will be coming out. I probably told you this before, but I loved living in England in the spring with the bluebells. It's one of my happiest memories actually is those bluebells. They were just delightful. Now when you've got this bit on the edge here, like, you know, it's got a bit of a raised bit where it's been bonded to the other pieces of tissue or serviette or whatever. They do just press down. That was going to happen, stuck to the table. Gosh, you wouldn't think this was a new mat, would you? Had a bit of a hammering already. Anyway, that's curling, but it'll be alright on the night. Right, what else we got? I think I really want to try this one. And I could do just a half butterfly, which is really cool. What I like. I think that one's a bit too bright on there. Yeah, no, that's not going to work on there. No, I think you were going to go. Sorry. Right, these are some vintage envelopes that I've covered, and I put them in my journals as a flip up. I like to put a wee notch in there so I don't forget. Oh, I didn't even get it. I am eyeballing it. That's better. Right. So you'll see by the way I've done it, the paper is on the right way up, and then when you flip it, it's on the right way up too. I am very anal about that. I know it's terrible, but it bugs me something chronic if it's not straight. If it's not, you know, up the right way. So that could be quite pretty. Don't get that fussed on that serviette, it's amazing. quite bright, isn't it? But we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. I am being a bit wasteful with my serviettes today, but when you're limited for time, you just need to go with it, don't you? So, I wonder what everybody else is up to on their Sundays today. There we go. Beautiful. It's quite magical, isn't it? When it, you know, when you get the layer of the book coming through, it just changes it completely. Now I'm usually a vintage girl. Well, I am a vintage girl. But I have this thing, I want to do a more modern journal, but not for this particular one that I'm making now. But I'm, you know, not for this particular, sorry, this particular challenge. I've got a journal that I've made. Well, I haven't made it up yet, but I'm going to. That could be a today job if I do a cover. And yep, so that one's all ready to rock and roll. And then I'd do the other side as well. If it doesn't stick down properly on the first go, you can always come back and put some more glue on top of it rather than saturating it. But that looks pretty good to me. It's going to be pretty. I love pansies. Right, so that one goes, where can I put this one? I'll just chuck that over there. Now I've got these tags. I think these were Prima tags. They're quite shiny. Yeah, so I'm not sure they're going to work, but we'll give it a go and see how we get on, eh? I think it should work. I mean, if you could either scuff it up a wee bit, I think, with some sandpaper, but we'll just see how we go. Because a lot of cardboard does have coating on it anyway, doesn't it? So heavy-handed with the glue there. See if I can mop some of that up. Right, for this one, I'm just going to put this on. Here we go. Got a lot of vintage patterns that I picked up at various places. Some of them are getting quite expensive to buy actually, like, you know, McCall's and is it Simplicity? Shows how long I've used my sewing machine for not making clothes. I used to make clothes. I used to make my own skirts. And I made a. I spent hours when I was young making a boyfriend a shirt. and he gave it to his friend. I was so upset because it didn't fit him. It was a wee bit big. Anyway, such is life. That's quite cool on there. I like that. Just get rid of some of those little bits and pieces that are going to stick down in the corners. That is going to look really cool in a sewing journal, isn't it? Love that. And then I'd probably stamp over it afterwards, like put some antique scissors or, you know, some sort of sewing embellishment on it. So that's really cool. Love that. Love it. Love it, love it. Right, next one. I'll do a plain old ordinary tag. Now where's that little... Oh, should have done that. I got the Acorn one. Just gone AWOL. What have I done with that? I'm sure there's all elves in this house. And you're probably screaming it's on my desk somewhere, but I can't find it. Under there. Yeah, what have I done with that? How's that? Oh well, I'm not doing the acorn. That's going to bug me now. Come on, it's got to be over somewhere. Just shout at me where it is. No, it doesn't want to show up. What I might do is throw this tissue paper on there. I've got quite a bit of this, so it doesn't really measure if I want to do it on this. No. Oh, that look good on those. No, I think I'm just going to do a plain one. Oopsie, a plain one. Some more of my hair. Oh my goodness, I'm having a good molt this morning. Oh, that went on nicely. Hardly a bubble in sight. I wish I could remember who sent me this, because it's very cool. Thank you. It's only came recently too, but that is going to be gorgeous. Good for an eclectic journal, budgeting planner, gratitude if you've received some money, anything like that. Okay, that's that done. Right, I think that'll do it for today. I'm just going to cut these up and see how we go. So that one there has dried more or less, and that looks fabulous, I think. I mean, you could put some labels down here, and we might do that yet, but oops, I think that looks really cool. Something about butterflies and dragonflies or something. Oh, look, there it is. Typical. Found it. So that's that one. Now this one's not quite dry, but it's dry enough to cut. So I'll just trim it out. Yeah, and some of these will need a wee bit more glue on them. I can see that now, just in the corners. See that corner there definitely needs it. So I'll get my brush out again. A rag. Things like that bit down there that's ripped away, but that doesn't bother me because that'll be covered up with ink when I distress them. That's really cool, like that. Right, get that brush out, Pam. That's number 2. Which one do we do next? We did that one. This one. I can see that's still quite damp, but we'll cut it. And that hasn't stuck in the corner there, I can see that. So that's a bit of a hey-ho. That's it. Just put that there. I'll round the corners later. Oops. Here we go. So this is the one that's on a master board, but it's quite a thin one actually. It feels a bit flimsy even though I backed it already. And I'll just trim that up properly when it's properly dry, but that gives you an idea of how it looks. And then we have this baby. Right. See, the same's done here. It just seems to have bubbled up over the corner, which is annoying. Alright. Not so worried about these corners because I'm going to chop them off. That corner's bugging me. Then she rips it. Playing around with it too much. It's okay. It'll be alright. I've got 4 nice tags now. Now the others are just a tad too wet too. What's this one? Yeah, no, they're just a tad too wet. So I might give these a wee bit of a dry off, and I'm sorry you're going to hear a lot of noise, but I don't know how to edit yet. And hopefully you can fast forward through this bit before we get onto the other bits. Right, they're pretty dry now, so that's cool. Another way to get rid of these serviette things is, oh, that's not that dry on there. So, try it on this one. You can just, oops, I'm wobbling the table now, sorry. Usually, it's a bit soft. You can usually just scuff along the side. So it's starting to come away. That's it. That bit just doesn't want to play ball, does it? Okay, so I'll just get the scissors on here. Right. Cool. Okay, I'll get my wee trimmer out for this one. I want to keep that bit because I think it'll be good on something else. I'm just going to trim this up a wee bit. Just a tiny bit on this side, just to make it straight. And I want to bring that in a wee bit because I want it reasonably uniform. I should have covered the back first, but anyway, that's okay, I can do that later. Oops. Oh dear, I'm not doing too well with this, am I? No, that's not. Still not quite in the centre, but that's okay. That's fine. Right, see if this one comes off a bit easier. Yeah. There we go. Sorry, that was a big sigh, wasn't it? that's that one done. And the scrap box. Right, what have we got left? Messy girl. That's for sure. Oh, we've got this one left, haven't we? And the other one. Right, I'm just going to chop this one. Try not to catch the envelope in it. Now I can see that hasn't adhered up there properly. So I'll just put a bit of glue stick. That will hold it. And dry quicker hopefully. That looks quite pretty, doesn't it? I think that's turned out really well. And I'll do the back of it at some stage. Or I might just put a flower, you know, sometimes just an individual flower when you're flipping up would look good. But that looks really cool. Love that. Okay, what else have we got? We've got a bit of tidy up here. One last one. Now I would definitely stamp over this one or get some sewing embellishments because that would look really cool. It's quite a long tag, this one. I don't know whether it'll even fit in my journal that I'm making at the moment, but I do want to make a sewing journal at some stage. And just for today's purposes, I'll just get rid of all of those. And a few bits and pieces anyway, haven't we? For today, now that one there has dried funny, and I can only assume that I had a bit of gesso left on my brush there. But I don't mind that. I think that looks quite cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to distress the edges of this one. I'm such a messy worker. Terrible. I need to tidy up after myself. I think this is, what is this one? Is this scorched almond or walnut stain? Yeah, so it's quite a good idea to do lots of these in bulk, obviously. It's a good mess make if you want to do mess making. And this is avocado dyed paper, which I did a whole heap of recently. But that's a whole other video. And I'm sure there's plenty out there already on those. Right, so with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my vintage photo. I'm just going to go over those bits a wee bit. and that makes it aged even more. It looks really cool. I like that. I like those bee. It's so easy to make things look pretty or grungy, if that's what you like. Now the same goes for this one. I don't like the white. I'm not a white girl, so I'll just go around the edges. This is tea dye. Oh, no, it's not. This is vintage photo oxide ink, which I like better than the other one. We've got the normal inks and tea dye. Just going to go in here and just go a bit of colour, a bit of aging. Not too much. And then we have another lovely little tag once I cover the back. Now this baby, I want to use something darker, so I'll go for the Scorched Timber. Actually, I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to go in a wee bit with head speed up with the Vintage Photo, and then I'll do the Scorched Timber. Alright, now we'll go Scorched Timber. That looks cool. That looks even better. Get rid of those white bits. Lovely. I think you get the gist of it. I'll just get them all ready for when I want to do the final decorating, depending on what journal I'm in. So, you know, sometimes if you just feel like doing something basic and easy, and you don't want to think too much, I mean, I'll put a braid through there, obviously, and doodah that up, and I'll cover the back of this one. Yeah, I'll cover the back of that one with some paper and then rough it up a bit. That's really cool. I like that. I like all of these. Then our dollars, American dollars. And it's already done. Needs to be somewhere flat, still not quite dry properly anyway. Now, oh there, this one. I was going to, where's my big scissors? You know. Oops. Alright, and I just got to trim that top off a wee bit. Yep. Yeah. So it looks really effective with the different tonings of the card behind too. Just something a little bit different. There we go. I won't do the envelope at the moment. I'll just clear this bit up a bit and then we'll find some space and we'll show you them all. Right, so here's our tags with Decoupage in probably about an hour, I'd say. So we've got the French one, which I haven't done anything to yet. I think I'm going to put that on a bit of studio card. But that looks really cool, doesn't it? Just a serviette, quarter of a serviette. Same with that one. Quite like the blue and white. The American money. Then we've got these, I think they are Prima tags. Prima. That's going to look so cool in a journal. I love, this is my favourite. Because it's got music paper, it's quite grungy, and that butterfly is gorgeous. So, and then we've got this one with the damask, and this is my other favourite. Love the bees. Love the bees. Yeah, the bees are cool. That is so cool. And then we've got our flip up envelope, which I will have to do something to the other side. So I hope you enjoyed D for Decoupage, and I will see you shortly with another video. Thanks. Bye. See you later.